side, the Army standard to reload the weapon was 45 seconds. Now, if you look at the wood plaque hanging over the fence, you'll see the two types of munitions that were used. The 62 caliber ball is going to be used the vast majority of the time, but that birdshot was used sometimes for hunting. Now, the stocks to these weapons are always made of a hardwood. This one's actually made of walnut. The barrels would have always been made of steel. Now, trigger mechanism's underneath the stock, and when you squeeze up on that, you'll see that little piece move. That's called the serpentine. The serpentine's job is to hold our match in place. Now, the match is a woven cotton cord that's been soaked in a solution of potassium nitrate and brine. So it's going to burn really hot, but it burns really slow as well. And the match will end up dropping right into the powder pan. That's where the priming powder goes. Now, next that pan's going to be a little hole. It's called the vent hole. Priming powder ignites, travels through the vent hole, hopefully igniting the charging powder inside the weapon. Now, loading this weapon's not difficult. It really isn't. Put the weapon to rest, reach into your fancy European man bag, pull out your charging powder. Now, for the purposes of the demonstration, we're only using around 80 grains. If I was actually going to put a ball down range, we'd be using about 140. Next step's going to be wadding. Wadding in Europe at the time is a prefabricated felt plug that's been dipped in olive oil. And once you get the wadding in the barrel, the ball's going to go in on the top. So the whole thing is rammed through the breech of the weapon. Now, the wadding's job here, guys, is simple. It's going to keep everything in place. It keeps the powder exactly where you need it. That way it's going to tighten in on top of it nice and snug. So say if you're running with the weapon, nothing will come spilling out the front. Now we have to prime the weapon. Priming powder is a lot finer, burns a lot faster than the charging powder does. And the powder pan's actually got a bowl on it. So all you got to do is fill the bowl. Once you get the bowl filled, seat the powder, close the cover, blow on the top. You do not want excess powder on top of that cover, guys. On a windy day like today, a spot could fly off that match. If it makes contact with that, the weapon could discharge before you're ready. If that happens, the guy in front of you is not going to be very happy. Okay, every shot I'm doing this weekend and going into Monday is in honor of the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country on Memorial Day. Okay, there's going to be two commands here. Apunte to point, fuego for fire. It is going to sound like a shotgun, so you guys over here might want to cover your ears up.
Oh.
Okay, let's get our match set. That's the set, cover's open, here we go. Apunte! Fuego!
Wow.
Yeah, guys, these match locks are going to come on around 1475, 1476. Variants of these are going to be used all the way to the very early 18th century.